Okay, so I'm just going to pick a random problem to help you work on the equations of point and slope. This is something you should be working on both sides. We have a total of 10 problems. These all have the point and slope, and on the other side there'll be graphs. So I guess I'll start with number 11, because I'm pretty sure the 11/4 is making y'all have a little bit of a heart attack. So I'm going to do it the y equals mx plus b way first. And I'm going to use substitution. So the first step from substitution says that I should label my x and y, and then I substitute the m, x, and the y into the equation y equals mx plus b. So y is this -4, m is the -11/4, and x is a 4. And I'll add a b to it. So to solve it, it's -44 equals 11 times 4 is -44 over 4 plus b. So -4 equals -11 plus b. To solve for b, I have to add 11 to both sides. So -4 plus 11 is a +7. So this is my b. My m, like I said, is -11/4, so my equation is y equals -11/4 x plus 7. If I were going to do it the other way, then I'd shown you an equation that you could use, y minus m times x. So I can just do this part of it, m times x. I take the y of -4, and I'm going to subtract from it 4 times -11 divided by 4, so -44/11. I should probably write that out. So it's going to be -4 minus the slope of -11/4 times 4, the x. So this is the m times x that I was trying to show you. So again, -44/11 is a negative sorry, this should be -44/4. So it should be a -11. So it's -4 minus this -11. And as we've discussed in the past, this literally means the opposite of a -11. So I can turn this into just a big plus sign. So -4 plus 11. I suggest when you get to this point, you use your calculator, or use your calculator at this point. Please don't miss a problem, because you don't want to take the time to use your calculator. I'm going to flip it over and show you the process for a graph. I'm going to show you the more difficult of these three. Most of them are pretty bad. I didn't look into them before I assigned them to you, so we'll be very lenient on these. But the first step is I plot this point. I'm sorry, I plot the point. This is the point, that's the slope. So this is m. So -2, -4, so I go over 2 and down 4. And my point is here. My slope is 5/3, so I go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 3, 1, 2, 3. I take a straight edge. This one I made with a piece of paper. Put my pencil down, line up the 2 points, draw my line. Now, as you can see, it's passing about right here. Since I'm going up by thirds, these lines are marked off, and this would be 1/3, 2/3, and then a hole. So this point is closer to being a -2/3 than it is being a 1/3. So on this, when it's close like that and it doesn't quite go to the point you want, that's when we jump over and do one of the other ways. So the other way I told you is y minus m times x. So I'm going to write the minus. I'm going to write my m times my x and my -4. So if I do this, I get -4. Again, this negative and that negative is going to be, well, let's just work it out, minus -10/3, so that's going to end up being a +10/3. If I want 4, and if I want to be able to multiply 4 times a third, 10/3, I have to convert this into a fraction of thirds. So to do that, I would multiply top and bottom by 3/3, and I get -12/3 plus 10/3 I get negative 2/3, which is what we found here. So these are all awful equations. I didn't, or not equations, but y-intercepts. They're not going straight through a point, but we can deal with that. So my equation is going to be y equals, again, my slope is 5/3 x, and then minus 2/3 because that is my y-intercept. Do your best on the other three problems. I apologize for them not being perfect, but they are not difficult if you use one of the other two methods.